Environmental stewardship, local history, and outdoor fun in the sun. SERRF students have had a great summer staying busy and engaged in learning. I'm Rich Duvarney, your Superintendent of Schools, and this is Our Future in Focus.
Tama County SERRF students have been participating in the California State Parks Ports program. This virtual field trip experience uses technology along with park interpreters to bring California's precious cultural, natural, and historical resources to students across the state.
With the advent of the pandemic and children having to stay home and not being able to interact at school or outdoors, SERRF wanted to think of a way to connect them to nature. And we partnered with the California State Parks Department, where they had virtual field trips for us. We had live virtual field trips where our children did 5E lesson plans where they explored and learned about different concepts in the parks around California, and they learned about that in a scientific and also engaging way. And they did these lesson plans at SERRF, and then they went on live virtual field trips where they met with a park interpreter and they had live interactions. They got to explore and then they got to question, and we wanted them to wonder. We wanted them to notice things and we wanted them to wonder, and that's what our lesson plans were designed to do.
A new and reimagined spin on the Ports program is currently being piloted by SERRF students. Tama County Department of Education employees Lisa Hardwick and Sierra Quigley have been working with state parks curriculum consultants and park interpreters to co-write lesson plans and develop the new Passports curriculum, which will soon be accessible to students throughout the state. Local SERRF students were some of the first to experience this new blended curriculum and to visit Ida Park since its reopening.
We have a wonderful opportunity at Ida Park. The children did their 5E lesson plan, they did their live virtual field trip with the park interpreter, and then we bused them here. And they are going and they're taking hikes, they're learning about their local history, all through the lens of lost words, which those were words that were excluded from the English Oxford Dictionary for children. They got rid of words because they were obsolete or they were out of use, and that would be otter and heron and raven, brambles. So we partnered with Jennifer Pooley at the parks, Ida Park, and the kids are learning about those words, the kids are seeing those animals, the kids are hopefully developing a sense of stewardship, so when they are adults they can make good decisions that are both economically sound for their community and ecologically sound for their community on how to foster use of parks, use of resources, use of the land. So we're helping to develop that sense of stewardship so we can have good politics and good stewardship of our resources in Tama County for years to come.
They're going to be doing our adventure lab, which is like a geocaching type of program where they'll be going all over the park and they'll be learning about history. They're also doing a search for QR codes, which will show them 3 Aesop's fables, and they're getting a tour of our 1850s heritage garden to learn about gardening 170 years ago. And then lastly, they'll be peering into the green screen with me on a nature hike, and we'll be doing a little bit of journaling too. So we're really glad to have the students here this year.
Well, what we have here at Ida State Park is a representation of a garden that would have been typical in the 1850s, mid-1800s through the early 1900s. It's not everything that would have been in the garden, it's just a representation of what a garden would have been like and the crops they would have grown.
We did 3 Aesop's fables, and we kind of did them in a pioneer style, so it's really an interesting take on it. We used kind of our pioneer costumes, and it was a lot of fun. We filmed them last year, and the kids are getting to enjoy them now.
SERRF students were excited for their field trip and the ability to let their adventurous spirits run wild.
My favorite part whenever we went on the trail, we found some cool stuff. We found a bunch of cotton from the cotton trees. They went flying everywhere, and my favorite part about the trail was the pipevine plant. We found some like cool shells on the thing from acorns, and we found a bunch of sticks.
We went on the like scavenger hunt thing, and we went to the memorial, and we hiked up the hill, and we saw Mount Lassen, and we saw the old schoolhouse and the workshop.
One thing I learned about the trail walk is that when you just listen calmly, when you just stay silent and listen, you can hear a lot of birds and other animals and the wind blow on the trees. So it's actually quite fun to listen to.
Combining local history with stewardship gave the children a memorable and an educational day.